Hey.
Yep. We are here staying here with Mr. Small Block Pete Bicknell. Pete, you've been racing a long time in history. Been around Merrittville, track champion. What do you think of tonight?
24 times, I think. Champion. Yeah.
So, what's your history? You're going to run Super Dirt Week, or
No,
you're just going to stay in the region?
Yeah, we just stay Merrittville now. You know, I'm 70 years old, be 71 next season, so we're just happy running here. I have a lot of fun here. This made me who I am. You know, this from racing made my business. You know, it was a sport when I started, and I kept it as a sport. Even though I made it my business, I didn't make it professionally as racing. So we have a lot of fun at it, and I got a good crew, good guys that really help. So as long as we keep going, you know, and they're on board, we'll keep running.
Now tell people in the history how you actually started your business and started racing here back in the day.
Well, we started in the early 70s, like 72 or something. Dan Rizzardo and myself built a late model in West Park Secondary School. It was our high school. We had a lot of fun building that. We took turns racing it the first year, and then the second year Dan built his own car, I had my own car. That's kind of where we went with that. And then from there we got it modified. John Cosby from Vineland, he was into the racing with a few other guys, and he got us a car out of Pennsylvania and made it into actually back then, and we started with big block, and then we had a lot of trouble with the big blocks, ended up blowing those up, a few of them, and then we went to a 358. From there, that's why they called me Mr. Small Block. We went back to big blocks, and actually 1988, I won Merrittville, Ransomville, and Humberstone titles with big blocks. So a lot of people think because I'm called Mr. Small Block, they think I didn't run big blocks, but I did back in the early days, and we won a lot of races with those. Yeah.
Now you were also a former track owner here at Merrittville. You bought it for so many years. What was it like now selling it a few years ago and just focusing on your business and racing?
Well, it's kind of one of those things. We bought it to survive. I think when we bought it, I think it was 2002, and Brian Irvin was kind of fed up with it. He had another business he had to run, and I think he would have let it fold. He wasn't enthused on keeping it running. One of the main people that ran it, a good friend of his, passed away that season, and he was kind of ready to close it up. So that's when I said, what's it going to take? We'll take it over, and we kind of built it up, and Nancy and myself and Erica became the general manager. So, and Randy Williamson was a partner in it, so we all worked hard at it, built it up quite a bit, and you know, it was finally a time that we move on to, because we were lacking at our other business, so we needed to spend more time on that. So it was nice Donnie came along and took it over, and Donnie's doing a great job. He's taking it to the next level. We took it to the next level from Brian Irvin, and then now Donnie's taking the next level. And you know, it's great to see. The stands are full every night, you know, with a smoke shop or a smokehouse out front, and the ice cream. He's filling the stands every night. It's really great to see the racing going like this.
Now, you're the only driver that I know that ran the Moody Mile. What was it like running at Syracuse as the time ran down before its closer?
I love that place. You know, that was my favorite track, really. We won 5 358 races there. I won the last Labor Day race there with the big blocks, and chances are I would have won the last big block race there, but we got into a terrific wreck and totaled the car. But you know, I led the halfway mark. We made our pit stop and went back out, and ended up getting this crash just after the restart. But I love that place. Syracuse was my track.
Now, is there any other tracks you ran in the States back in the days, or is that the only track you went to?
No, I think we probably ran 20 or 25 different tracks. We ran everywhere, Quebec, and you know, just about every state we ran the tracks, with Middletown, and you know, just about everywhere. And we ran and won almost every, because I have 4 358 titles as well, series titles. So I've got that. We got 453, I believe it is, feature wins at different tracks and 49 track championships. So I need to get one more track championship, make it that 50th. So hopefully next year we'll do that.
Well, you do have a competitor, Gary Lindbergh. You guys were tied in championships a few times. What would it be to beat Gary Lindbergh for that next championship of the 2026 season?
Well, hopefully, Gary's a great competitor, and he's got that young ability, I guess. I guess I'm getting a little old. My reflexes aren't as quick as they used to be. My eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. So Gary's on his game. Gary's right now, he's the best of the best, So I think he's definitely the tough competitor to look at. So I think that he is the one we have to beat, and he's going to be tough to do it, but we'll keep on trying.
Now, as I look in the province of Ontario, basically you're probably one of the second oldest generation drivers out there, but you're the only one that's in your family that raced in the late dirt cars.
Yeah, yes, definitely my family never raced. My brother's always helped me. My brother actually owns the race team that I race. Because of the business, I can't really own the race team. Back in 1977, Davey Moore was my hero at that time. And we got audited, and the government came and made us pay a bunch of taxes because of the money we were winning. And even though we didn't own the team at that time, we still had to pay some tax money. So at that point, I was going to sell everything I had, and my brother bought it. And so my brother really runs my race team.
So 2 more questions, and then we can kick it off for the night. What would you do if they brought back the Super Dirt Car Series back here? Would you be able to run that full 100-lapper with all those tough guys in the Eastern State?
Oh, yeah. We give them a good run for their money. Merrittville's always been a great track for the 358s. It's small enough, the big blocks have trouble hooking it up. And, we'd sure give them a run for the money. It'd be nice to see them back here.
So you also have your business here, but what brought your business to the U.S.? Now, I know a lot of people have traveled to your Canadian business, but what made you bring your business to the U.S.?
Well, we just wanted to expand, and we had to make more sales, and I kept growth going, and we kept growing and growing, and of course it's 75% U.S. The market is so big over there; it's 10 times of Canada. So any business is 10 times the size in the States. And it just happens that that's where we needed our growth. And we made it 75% of our business.
Now, before these lights go off, is there anyone that you like to thank to get you keeping going?
Well, we got to thank everybody. My family, what I think I put them through all these years, my wife, Nancy, she's been with me since day one. Traveling everywhere, putting up with all my crap. And my poor kids, Erica, Darlene, and Kristen, I missed a lot of their graduations and one thing or another. Out of 53 years, I think it's been racing, I haven't missed a Friday or Saturday night racing. And until the last couple of years, I haven't raced Ransomville. But up until then, I never missed a Friday or Saturday. Didn't matter whether I was sick or whatever happened. And unfortunately, I think they paid the price for it. I gotta feel sorry for them. I've had a lot of great car owners throughout the years. I started out with Bill Morden and Dean Montrell owned a car for me a couple years. My crews, I've always had great crews. Dean Montrell and Dean Winiger, and now I got Teddy Curvin. Randy Williamson, my partner in Bicknell Racing Products, and Bob Slack in Bicknell Racing Products now. They're always behind me and always giving us great product. We're doing a lot of research and development. And, Matt Williamson's doing great in our cars. And Dalton Slack now has just stepped his up. He's won some big block races now. Tonight I see Matt Williamson won the Victoria 200 or Fulton 200, and Dalton came up to 5th position from 38. So it's nice to see we've got good results. We're selling the most cars. We got 99% of the market. and still maintaining it.
Now, is there any sponsors you'd like to thank finishing off the 25 season?
It's really the sponsors are Pete's Automotive, which I own, and Bicknell Racing Products, which I'm a partner in with Randy and Bob, and Hoosier Tire Canada, which we own that, and of course Erica, she's maintaining a lot of work in the business, and my son-in-law Tim Jones, he is a shareholder of the U.S. company and runs that mostly. So really they're the main sponsors that we have. Other than that, you know, we get a few product sponsors a little bit, but they're the main ones. And of course, Merrittville Speedway. I love this place. I still help Donnie. There's many a times I'm here 3 or 4 days a week helping him as much as I can. So it's really a good project it's been.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Small Block Pete Bicknell, former track owner and business owner.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.